green light, go, go, go.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Breakout Racing League ACC Tier 2 Round 6 here at Silverstone. I will be your main and only commentator tonight in the booth. We've got a 12-car grid, at least so far. We've just now wrapped up practice, and now we're into the qualifying session with about 27 minutes left in this session, as the drivers make an hour long, one of the longer races here in Tier 2. And currently we have GameStopper on a lap, so we'll just go ahead and watch him a little bit. But I hope everyone's enjoying their Monday. We'll get to watch some racing on a Monday night. Good way to start the week. And yeah, we had Tier 1 last night. A 2-hour race. It was boring, I'm not gonna lie. Quite a boring race, but it was still fun. We had a 13-car grid, I want to say. This GameStopper goes a bit wide, so this lap will be invalid. But I'm sure he'll go out more. He's got plenty of time to do so. Yeah, Tier 1 was a bit of a bore about after the first stint, I'd say, but hopefully we're gonna have some closer racing here in Tier 2, and with an hour less of racing, it should make things way more interesting. I believe these drivers will have to pit twice in this race. I know we had to pit twice in Tier 1 last night, but we'll have to see if they have to pit twice in this race. If not, then it'll just be a one-stop. They'll probably put the fuel to about half a fuel tank for each stint. But if it's 2 stops, then they might have to do 1/3 fuel for all the stints. So we'll have to see what these guys do for strategy. Could be interesting. Some people could undercut, some people could overcut. Just have to wait and see. Now GameStopper's about to start his lap. I'll shut up and let you hear this Lexus roar around a lap of Silverstone. GameStopper comes across the line for a 2-minute flat We're about 2/10 behind Tamer, the only one in the 2-minute 1 so far, with that 2-minute 8 in the Audi. Rush in third, about 7/10 back, and everyone outside the top 3 over a second behind. So a lot of these drivers are going to have to get some really good laps in the next 25 minutes or so. And Carnival's saying Rush 400 fan here. I'm sure he's looking good so far. He's got even quicker than Tamer with a 2-minute 2 on that lap right there. So he's looking to try and snag pole here. And his teammate Nightcrawler would also definitely like to snag pole. He's definitely been looking pretty quick these last few races. So we'll have to see how he does. The next person coming across the line is BRL. So if he is about to set a fast lap. Nope, that was outlap car 23. That's Redeemer, one of the championship contenders. He's fallen back from the lead in recent races, but he's still in contention. We're still like another. This is a very long calendar. I actually don't remember how long it is. I think it's 20 races, and this is round 6, so have a very long way to go on this calendar. I believe the season ends in May, and we're only in January, so you can never count out any of these drivers for a very long time, for a couple months before some of these drivers will get knocked out of championship contention. So it can happen here. 12 is coming into the pits. That was Heat Wave. Mr. Titan, one of the other Hondas, one of the lead Honda driver, if I shall say so, is about to finish that lap, so he's going to go for another one. Behind him is F. Sealander, the lone Bentley. I must say that's a very nice livery, very unique. He comes across the line. That was also his outlap. And then we have car 73 of GameStopper, the safety car for Tier 1. Comes across the line, goes even faster with a, I believe it, 2017. About 5/10 off a pole and about 3/10 off his 3.5 off his teammate. So Lexus looking strong here. Lexus was also looking very strong in Tier 1's race last night. They could have had a 1-2 if a certain Ferrari didn't go from last to first, but oh well. I know Redeemer and GameStopper were definitely like a 1-2, especially at Silverstone. It can be a fun track, but in Tier 1 last night it was kind of iffy, but I'm sure Tier 2 can have some more spiciness than Tier 1. We've got Ardell just ahead of Redeemer. Ardell's pulling aside. Oh, no he's not. He's doing a little weaving. Don't really know why. Redeemer goes up to pole with that 2-minute flat. It's a 2/10 clear just about of Rush. And Ardell's about to spin out. Oh, no, that's a shame. That's a big crash. It's on stream, so if Redeemer's a bit ticked off about that, he can always report it. We'll have to see after the race, but for now, that is Redeemer back in the pits. And Ardell stranded in the gravel. He's starting to get moving again. Now we've got Mr. Titan coming across the line. Is he improving? He is. He's 1.2 seconds up, and he's gone up to P5. Still over a second off of pole as he drifts. Does he save it? Yes, he does. That was a nicely executed drift. Probably a bit of an accident, but hey, it looked cool. So you get stylish points. That don't matter in the real championship, but you get points. And Sealander is on pole by nearly 4.5 from Redeemer in a 2-minute 6. A very good lap from the Bentley driver. I think this may be his first race in Tier 2. I'll have to check the standings, but of course I did not commentate last race in Tier 2. I could not do it. I had an essay to write, even though I should have wrote it a couple days before the race, but hey, that's life, so I'll go ahead and look at the pull up the standings real quick to see what he's been doing in ACC so far. Gosh, right on the court. Lap. 3 times up, almost 4 times up. Oh, Sealander won! He won at Zandvoort. Oh my gosh, wow. Well, now we know. Now I know. you're returning viewer, then you already knew that. But yeah, Sealander won on his debut. Very impressive showing from the Bentley driver. Yeah, Zandvoort was his first race, and he showed his pace. This is really showing pace on this lap. Almost 8/10 up, a little bit of time there. But he's gaining it back again, and he's 48/10 up. He's looking like a 59. Oh, he goes a bit wide. Almost gets on the grass. He does touch the grass. He's still on the grass. Only gets off it, but he's still 9/10 up. Goes on the grass again. Try and hug that inside curbing. Oh, but he's gonna drift wide a little bit. Oh, he's losing grip. He's losing a lot of grip. He's got to go down to first gear. That's completely gonna ruin his next corner here. He's still getting done. Oh my gosh, he is really manhandling the car in the last sector here. Man, it's not worked out. He's lost 5/10 really. He could have had shaking the wheel a little bit, knowing he could have had a good lap there. It's a 2-minute 1.83, so basically a 2-minute 2. But that easily could have been 59.6, 59.8, which would have put him like P5, P6 in Tier 1's qualifying, I believe. I believe pole was a 58 something, maybe a mid 58, and then top 5 was covered in 59s, and the rest were 2-minute flats. So Sealander showing some really good pace here. We'll have to see if he can set another lap and try and gain some of that time back in the third sector. But it should be pretty easy as long as he can just keep the first and sectors clean. He can find a huge amount of time. Dallas goes up to second place with a 2-minute 3. Let's see, Kamer can go any faster. He's 1.6 seconds off the pace. He's going to go any faster this lap. Dallas he's made a mistake coming out of Beckett's. But he is stationary and out of the way, so that is always good to see. So I don't want to impede anyone on the lap. Just waiting for his cars to go by. Still waiting, just to make sure there isn't anyone's way. Always nice to see. I'm gonna go on. Let's go see. That is Ardell, I believe. Yes, it is. Is he up on his time? Nope, he's about 5/10 off. Unless he can find a huge amount of time. No, he's lost even more time. We only have 13 drivers on. No, 12 drivers. We have 12 drivers so far on the lobby. Not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely would like to see more, but we'll take what we can get. Sealander is still in the pits, our provisional pole man. Dallas is still out on the track, trying to find time. He's nearly a second up. Did he find half a time out of this corner? No, he lost a little bit of time. He actually lost quite a bit of time. At the end of the straight, he lost about 2, maybe 2.5 tenths. Yeah, it's about 2 tenths. So he lost 2 tenths out of that traction zone. Let's see where he breaks here. Trying to hug that inside line. You can really cut that inside green tarmac. He doesn't do so. Hang out wide, then he's gonna go a little bit wide here to get the better turn in and hopefully the acceleration, but he doesn't get on the accelerator nearly as fast as he could. Well, he isn't a Porsche, so better to be a bit slower on the acceleration than to spin out. But he's 8 tenths up, and it's a 59.4. A very good lap from the Porsche driver. Sealander's going to find a bit more time to try and go any faster. His Rush, I just saw improved. He's in P3, 7 tenths off the pole. But yes, Sealander, he lost about 4 or 5 tenths on his best lap. That would still put him about 2 tenths off of pole, provisional pole, so he's going to have to dig deep and find some more time. So we've just lost a driver. Don't recall who it was, but hopefully he can get back in. Is Mr. Time coming across the line? Improvement? Yes, it is. A whole 8 tenths he found on that lap, and he's now 5th, about 2 seconds off for the pace. If he goes off the track that last about, he's coming back into the pits. Someone who's coming out of the pits is Tipper in the Lamborghini. He had some really good pace in Smearton, but he has, let me see here, he didn't start Smearton. I'm thinking of Nürburgring. Yeah, he had really good pace at Nürburgring. Absolutely clawed his way through the field. I think he got a drive-through in that race and still managed to win. But he hasn't started the past 2 races, and so now he's back, and hopefully trying to contend for a possible victory here tonight. He's going to have to find some time. He's about 2.6 seconds off of pole position. And the closest driver to him is Tamer, about 3/10 back, 3/10 ahead of him. If he finds 6/10, he'll be up P6, just ahead of Mr. Titan, who just got overtaken by Nightcrawler. So Nightcrawler's up to P5. That's 2 Ferraris in the top 5. They're the only constructor at this moment who have at least 2 cars in the top 5. With Redeemer in 4th and GameStopper in 7th. And then Porsche kind of like on opposite sides of the grid at this moment. Dallas first with Mr. Pink all the way down in 10th, 4 seconds off of pole position, so he needs to find a ton of time. He is your championship leader by about 30. He's 33 points ahead of Redeemer and a further 42 points ahead of GameStopper, so Mr. Pink definitely needs to find a lot of time. I'm going to go ahead and go on board with him this lap. He needs really 3 seconds, 2.5 seconds to put him top 5, but really he needs all the time you can find. That's definitely not how you want to take that one. He is struggling a lot. I don't know, maybe he didn't do any practice for this race, but he maybe doesn't have the right setup. Maybe he has a new wheel and it's just not working, I don't know, but he's clearly not driving to the best of his abilities. He's already 3 seconds down on his PB, which is a 2:03.4, which obviously is a pretty poor lap. As Ardell goes ahead of him now. He's now 3.8 seconds off of pole, crucially ahead of Mr. Pink and TTM Heatwave. Heatwave was the one who left. He's now back, about 4/10 off of Mr. Pink. So we have 1 Porsche on pole and the other 2 on the last row of the grid. They're gonna have to, these 2 Porsche are gonna have to try and find some time. You can just see, looking at Mr. Pink's lines and braking, it's just not working at all. Just not having any confidence in the car. Oh, Stepper is a tiny bit up, but he's invalidated this lap. Yeah. He needs to find 3/10 to get up to P8. Definitely think he has the time to find. He just got to nail a lap and keep it clean so it doesn't get invalidated. There is now 3, 2, 1, 10 minutes left of this qualifying session. It's 5:40 p.m. in game, so the track will be getting cooler a tiny bit over the next 10 minutes. Maybe some of these drivers wanted to wait until the track got a bit cooler, get their tires in the right operating window, and try to a fast lap. And you can see Tipper, he has the potential to go really fast, although that is a very interesting line to take. You definitely want to hug the inside, not go all wide, but you see he was about 2.5 tenths up on that lap, which still would have kept him behind Tamer, but it would have been a good improvement. He's already 2 tenths up. We already know he can find about 3 tenths in the final sector. I'll put him 5 tenths up. Put him 8th place, but crucially very close to Titan in GameStopper. Already 4 tenths up, coming up on 5 tenths. At the end of the straight, he'll be 5 tenths up, maybe 5.5 tenths, maybe 6 tenths. And so, yeah, a little bit close. But he's currently 500 tenths up in the first sector alone. Oh, he gained about, oh, but he goes really wide, and that lap's invalid. Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that one. He's still improving, even with having to lift off. Yeah, it's a shame. Oh my gosh, look how much time he's finding. nearly a second up, even with the mistake. We know there's another at least 3 times in the final sector. That's 1.3 seconds. That'll put off the P6, maybe P5 ahead of Redeemer. But at least he knows he can find the time. He's just gonna have to do it again. Maybe we just do a bit of a banker lap, make a small improvement, and then just blitz it on the next run. Obviously, I want to finish this lap with him to see how much faster he can go on this lap. Because it'll be a good indication of what he can do on a clean lap. Rush getting out of the way for his fellow Italian car manufacturer. As Mr. Pink goes at P8 with a 2-minute 1.6, a much better lap than his previous PB, but he's still got to find a huge amount of time if he wants any shot at pole. Silver is nearly 2 seconds up. He actually holds the inside line a bit more this time, which is definitely what you should do. See that 2-minute flat. Where that would have put him somewhere good. It would have put him P2. So yeah, he just cannot invalidate it. This is costing a lot. Go through tire sets, even though there's plenty of tire sets to go through, it's definitely not ideal. He's just costing himself more time spent in the pit lane and less time out on track, attacking and trying to get this pole position. Nightcrawler's gone up to P4, so what is Ferrari 3-4 in qualifying? Oh, that's way too much cutting the track there, Sealander. He really flew, or should I say drove too close to the sun there, and it has cost you a chance at improving on this lap. There's about 6.5 minutes left in qualifying, so it's got plenty of time. This Nightcrawler goes even quicker. He's now 9 milliseconds off of Sealander. Rush wasn't too far behind, so second and fourth, extremely close times here. Dallas is just on a world of his own at the moment. Backing off, he knows he's not going to stop. So we'll go watch. That is Mr. Pink. It's 2 seconds off of the pace. Is he up? He's 3/10 up. Ooh, but he really gets loose out of that corner. That's cost him a huge amount of time. He get on the power a bit earlier this time. He needs to go now. Gets a bit loose. It's going to cost him some time. He's got to hug that inside. He's not really hugging it all that much. It's going to cost him a bit of time, but it will improve slightly. Now he's pretty much exactly 2 seconds off, but he's still got to find a lot more time. That's a much better lap for Mr. Pink. Goes up to P6. Still a second and a half off of his teammate, but crucially, he is in that top 6 now. He is found about 5/10 on that lap, and there's still plenty of time to find based off what we saw. He only needs about 8/10 to get near Redeemer. Oh, as he gets a bit loose there. But definitely good to see Mr. Pink finding time, as he needs to be up there with his championship rivals, Redeemer. His Game Stopper is pretty close to Mr. Pink in terms of delta, so Game Stopper definitely would like to go a bit faster. He just gets off the jack. Is he coming out of the pits? I don't believe so, not yet, as Rush just comes across the line. That was not an improvement, but he is starting a lap. And here is Redeemer. Is he improving? He only needs about a 10.5 to get ahead of Rush and Nightcrawler. He's not improving. He's a second off. So we'll go to number 88 car of Mr. Titan. Oh, that's Game Stopper coming off the pits, just out of his teammate. Redeemer's pulling off to the side, and I'm assuming going into the pits. So that is his qualifying over. No, he's still got time for one more lap. Yeah, one more lap if he gets out in the next 30 seconds. Tamer, faster. 2017. Yes, he didn't go fast. He did go faster. Still 2 seconds off the pace, but an improvement nonetheless. Is Tipper improving? Nope, he's not. Lap is valid, and it's also his out lap. Mr. Pink, going any faster, pal? Don't get inside if you can. Not doing that, but you're 5/10 off his lap anyway, so this will be his final lap. Was he playing off? Yep. I thought he was going to straight line the corner for a second. That would have been interesting. That is his qualifying over. P6 as it stands. That will be a decent qualifying position. We'll have to wait and see for the cars behind him to set their laps. Speaking of setting a lap, Chip is going to come across the line to start his final lap. And Rush, I believe, is starting his lap on this one. He needs to find 300s to get up to 2. Is he coming off to the side to retire? Yes, he is. He's not going to be faster in qualifying, as he actually did just go. Did he go faster? Oh no! Dallas has disconnected from the session. He needs to get in. He's got about 2 minutes here, because we would have a 2-minute wait period, so he needs to try and get in as soon as possible. Game Stopper. Out of his lap, so this would be his lap. For the Steel Lander, can he improve? No, he can't. This would be his last lap as well. Unless he's high. No, he's not, so he's We're gonna check on Mr. Titan. Is he improving? His 9/10 off. Only needs to find a 10 to get at Mr. Pink. Not improving. This will be his last lap as well. Go on board with Tipper. He just needs to stay calm and not invalidate. Not as much time as he did on his invalidated lap, but he's still improving at least 6/10 up. Oh, is it Mr. Titan? He's off. He's going to run out of fuel, so he's back in the pits up his qualifying over. Stay ahead of Game Stopper for the time being, but not get ahead of Mr. Pink. Oh, as Tipper clocks on that curve, that Sasha's curve. That is completely run on this lap. He's gone from 6/10 up to 3/10. Still just about get ahead Tamer if he can improve in these last few corners. And squeeze out that corner, I'm not gonna lie, although he's just found a huge amount of time, so I guess I was lying to myself. Only a second up. These are some interesting lines from Tipper here, but it's working. He's nearly 9/10 up, almost a second. It'll be 9.5 tenths. It'll be a second. He's up to P8, just behind Mr. Titan and Mr. Pink, and just ahead of Game Stopper. Everyone else is in the pits except Game Stopper. See if he's improving. I can't see because I can't hit the drive button, so it'll just be a mystery for all of us. Unless he's somehow found 1.7 seconds, he won't be getting pole, but he only needs like 20 hundredths of a second to get 8th, 30 hundredths to get 7th, 10th to get 6th. What can he do? Can't do anything. It's P9 for the Lexus driver. So that is your grid, folks. Dallas in a class of his own. Although I don't know if he made it back into the session. Yes, he did. So he is still in a class of his own. A 59.5, we'll call it. That's pretty much a 59.5. Class of his own. Sealander, Nightcrawler, and Rush, second, third, and fourth, respectively. They were very close here in qualifying, separated by 1800ths of a second. Redeemer not too far off, 8.5 tenths off the pole, with mid-pack being fairly close from P6 all the way down to P9. Mr. Pink and GameStopper, two championship rivals, starting in that mid-pack, P6 and P9. And then you have the rest of the grid, Tamer and his own little world, Ardell, Heatwave, and Karen all pretty close together, close enough. But yeah, if this is how the race is going to turn out with these packs, then we're going to have a pretty interesting race here for the lead, and for really the whole field should have people to fight with as long as there's no incidents. Hopefully we don't get any of those. Or maybe we do, and Gucci can have some fun out on track in that McLaren. Just have to wait and see, as we will now have about a 2-minute waiting period until we get onto the grid, another minute waiting period for the drivers to get their setups in, their fuel pressure, their fuel right, all that good stuff. And then we will roll to the finish line, and we will go green and race down to turn 1. And see here where Dallas really gained a lot of time, really in that second sector, quite a ways ahead of everyone as we are now onto the grid. Also want to check practice quickly. Who was fastest in there? It was Redeemer for 2-minute 1. He did 36 laps. Second one was Mr. Titan with 32 laps. Ardell with 19. Oh, Nightcrawler 23. My apologies, Nightcrawler. 23 laps. Love to see it. Meanwhile, in qualifying, who did the most laps? Nightcrawler for 11. Rush with 12. So Ferrari doing quite a few laps in qualifying. Titan on 12. GameStopper on 10. And that's it. And Dallas has done the least amount of laps in qualifying and practice combined, I believe. Oh, actually, it might be Kieran and Heatwave, but considering he's on pole with barely any practice in the official practice session in qualifying, it's a very impressive lap from the Porsche driver. 7 tenths clear of the nearest driver behind. And you see, it wasn't. Sealander was just smoking something in the first sector, quite a ways ahead of everyone else. And then Dallas also smoking something. No, not really smoking something. That sector 3 is pretty close. Sealander just seems to have had a iffy third sector, if anything, comparing his times to the rest of the top 5, top 6. Then again, Porsche is pretty good, especially in that last sector. Although we saw from Mr. Pink, he was struggling a little bit, but hey, still P6. Could be worse. Could be worse. Oh, thank you, Jug. I really appreciate that. It's very nice of you. It'd be nice if you crashed out for once in Tier 1, but, you know, we move. It'll happen, eventually.
30 seconds.
You can always have Neymar and Deer take you out, just for the sport of it. We'll see.
Seconds.
And it is a one-stop for these drivers, so they will be doing 2 stints. This first stint and then their last stint, so they will probably be spreading these out. Start pitting around the 30-minute mark. Anywhere from really the 20-minute to 35-minute mark, these drivers will probably start pitting. One thing I did notice is that the undercut was very powerful in Tier 1. The overcut kind of didn't work because you had so much more fuel than the rest of the drivers, but we shall see. Heat wave go. Check right now, but when we go green, I will definitely check. Dallas is now coming to the line. He will be going when he gets the all green lights at Silverstone. When will he go? He's just under the speed limit. That's good. Don't want to get a drive through, and we are green. And Dallas gets a pretty decent start for the most part. No issues yet. Everyone's keeping it clean. There's a bit wide there. He's gonna go side by side with Titan, maybe. He on board here. Oh, it's Redeemer off. Oh, and that's Rush, I believe, coming back onto the track. There's Game Stopper, so Redeemer's had a terrible start. He's gone from 5th all the way down to, I believe that's P10? P9. There's Tipper going up the inside of the Porsche. Hopefully they can keep it clean. Yes, just about. Tipper goes a bit deep. Might go on board with Tamer. Yes, we will. Trying to get the move done. Redeemer's gonna get ahead of his teammate. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean at Lexus. You guys are both in the championship fight here. As Tamer hops on that cautious curb, that's gonna ruin his run. As Redeemer and GameStop are having a bit of a fight here. Hopefully they can just work it out, get settled again, guys. And just keep pushing. So got an hour long, about 59 minutes left of this race, so anything can happen. Oh, and that's Tipper around. Ardell and Tipper have made contact. No signs of the safety car yet. Ardell's backing out a little bit. Oh, gets a curve, and that lost Kira in a free position. Go back to the lead. Sealander has gotten the lead. So we'll have a look at the replay in a few minutes here to see how we got the lead from Dallas. Titan is up to P4, so a good start for him. Rush has lost quite a few positions with that track excursion and maggots. Mr. Pink is trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari driver. He's got to watch out though, because Tamer is right behind him. You know that Porsche isn't the best in a straight line. He'll have the slipstream from Rush to try and keep ahead of Tamer, but Tamer's right there, so he's going to have to watch his back. Oh, as Rush really gets in the grass there. Doesn't lose a car or anything on that curbing. Lucky not to have any incident with that. Tamer is right behind Mr. Pink though. He's hungry for that position. Yeah, you really shouldn't have won. I blame Skeppy for that one. The guy spun 3 times in the race. Well, that's Skeppy. He has to spin at least once in the race. It's just what makes him so fast. If he didn't spin, he wouldn't be able to, he wouldn't have the determination to climb his way through the field, I guess. Right, now we're watching Mr. Pink, and we can see from the helicopter cam, Game Stopper trying to get past Tamer. Gonna go around the outside, don't put that curbing. Tamer, he avoids it just barely. Meanwhile, Ardell is fighting hard with Tipper. But these guys made contact. The next 2 corners is the same place they made contact. Coming up now, Ardell goes really wide. He's gonna have to succeed the position. Yes, he does. No incident there. Well, Dallas is losing a bit of time tonight to Sealander, my mistake. Meanwhile, Rush and Pink are now squabbling. Pink's rather close to Rush. Trying to get the move done. Don't believe he's going to be close enough. Or he's kind of blown away a little bit. Wide here, maybe. No one gets the car turned in. Over, and always just going to hug the inside. Whether or not he gets enough traction out of the corner. He does, but it's not enough to deal with the Ferrari. Meanwhile, GameStopper is trying to deal with this Audi, but Redeemer is trying to respond to his teammate getting off the track, and now they'll be going side by side through cops. Just about managed. GameStopper got a bit of the inside of the track, but it's totally illegal, and now he's ahead, so good teamwork from Lexus here. So they are now back in the team is falling down to P9. Let's see if I can find anything here. I believe this is the first lap. I apologize for not cashing out. The leaders swap places. I believe there was an incident between Dallas and a few other cars and Beckett's, but yeah, Sealander is still in the lead and building a lead to Dallas, so we'll see if that lead deteriorates or increases over the next 50 minutes or so. We still all have to make one more pit stop. Anything can happen. Ardell's dropped back from Tipper. Tipper's trying to hunt down Tamer, and possibly the two Lexuses who are in position to try and hunt down Mr. Pink, who isn't too far ahead of them. As Rush makes a huge mistake there. It's going to cost him a lot of time. Hopefully he didn't flat spot a tire or anything like that. For the time being, he is still in that P5. This is the... not necessarily the closest fight on track, but it does seem like one that could develop. Second, to an overtake. Mr. Pink. GameStop right behind Redeemer. Are there any Lexus team orders here? Where's Tamer? Tamer's a bit farther behind. Go ahead and watch his onboard. Get an insight into the going-ons of these two Lexus drivers. If I were them, I would just swap around at this point. If GameStopper truly believes that he is faster at this point, you might as well swap around. This Redeemer says, hey, give me like another lap or two to collect myself and we can go catch Mr. Pink. But right now, it's not looking too good. Thankfully for their sake, they have a good enough gap to Tamer. But they would definitely like to try and gap Tamer so they don't have to drag him along. Oh, whoa, Redeemer got a bit loose on the brakes and so did Tamer. Ooh, that was very spicy from the Lexus driver, and the outer driver. Here comes Tipper. Is he going to try to make the route around the outside? He's thinking about it. It's moved done though, so he's going to see behind the Audi for a bit longer. Meanwhile, Nightcrawler and Mr. Titan looking pretty close here. Get this map out of the way. Think about a switchback here. Ooh, he's got the run. Do another switchback here. Get the run again. No, he did not get a good run. These drivers as well, in case they're doing anything. Also looking like he wants to try and get a move on. Right now, we will watch this angle. This is a pretty good angle. Not anymore though, because we can't see anything. Oh, that's very close. Helicopter cam came in clutch. We saw about 3 fights going on there. And Dallas in a league of their own, the only ones in the 59 at this point. Dallas gained about 2/10 on Sealander at that lap. Almost within a second. Just a second and a half off as Nightcrawler makes a bit of a mistake there, but Mr. Titan goes really wide. He's unlucky, that'll be a warning. If he's lucky, it won't be a warning. But have to keep that in mind. It's a dirty air. Oh, as he gets right behind Nightcrawler. That could have been disastrous. Not even 10 minutes into this race. Oh, they both a bit loose there. We'll watch the other drivers, see if there's anything going on. Stopper and Redeemer have just about gapped Tamer. He will not have the slipstream. To have the slipstream in this game, you need to be within a second of the car behind. Car ahead. Still stuck behind. Rush and Pink are not going to gain on those two. Really, if Nightcrawler's not careful here, he will be the lead of the 1, 2, 3, 7, 8 car train. We could have a swap round in this train with Tipper right behind Tamer. Both avoid the curve nicely. trying to fake it up the inside or actually send it. He's going to fake it. It doesn't really work out. Gets a bit loose going into the corner. It's going to make him sit back for another lap or two. So it was quite deep there, but keeps it on the tarmac. Meanwhile, Dallas really starting to close on the leader here. I know we haven't watched too much of these two. They've kind of been a league of their own, but we can get this to screen time now, at least for a little bit. Unless Nightcrawler will cause some havoc. Those laps were a bit slower. Still leagues ahead of the rest of the field here. We're doing 2-minute flats. Meanwhile, these guys are only doing 2-minute 2s, 2-minute 1s, 2-minute 2s, 2-minute 1s. Booyah! I called it, guys. Oops. Going over here, Tipper and Tamer, 2 T's, have swapped places. Tipper is now ahead of Tamer. Crucially, he has a bit of clean air to try and hunt down this train that is starting to form from, like I said, from 3rd down to 8th place. Really, Tamer just needs to try and follow Tipper as long as he can so they can both catch up to the train. Because once you're out of a train, at least what I saw from Tier 1, if you're not on the train, you're not going to be able to do anything. Especially if the person you're trying to catch is also in slipstream, driving super hard to try and pass someone as well. It's very hard to try and gain on people unless you just have that outright pace advantage. The gap between Dallas and Sealander. Ooh, it's Dallas really late, but it works out great for him. Kind of took like a line that was coming towards the apex and got off the brakes. That was some very nice technique from the Porsche driver. And it obviously worked as he gained about 3/10 in that sector. Oh, that was a huge amount of curbing. Oh, they almost made contact. These two Lexus drivers aren't really doing much. Just about, I don't even think they're catching Mr. Pink, so Stopper will flash the lights at Redeemer saying, hey, come on, pick up the pace, butter, let me pass. Because if they're not careful, Tipper might catch them and cause some unnecessary havoc between the two Lexus drivers. They're still just about sticking with Tipper. They're both making some mistakes on these last two corners. Dallas is in a second of Sealander, at least when they cross the line. Oh, and that's a big drift from Titan. Oh, and he's lost it. Oh, Rush goes wide. Almost hits him, and that's Mr. Titan around. He can loop it back around, though. Come out just behind. Oh, my gosh. That was exhilarating to say the least. But that is a shame for Titan. From 4th, right behind, chasing 3rd, all the way down to P10. Just across 13 minutes done in this race. Very unfortunate for the lead Honda driver. Still, the lead Honda drivers, Ardell does not have the best of races tonight. Ooh, let's get some grass do that. As we go back onto the fight with the leaders, it is seeming as though Dallas is starting to gain. Oh, see that? Oh, I thought I saw some tire marks popping out. Thought he may have drifted onto the grass, but he is still fine, and Dallas is still catching him. Could this be tires for Sealander? Could they be going through a draining phase? Could Dallas just be, with the lower fuel levels, just being that much faster than Sealander? We do not know, but we do know one thing, and that is that Dallas is really catching Sealander and trying to get this lead back that he lost on the first lap. Crawler and Rush in the background. Mr. Pink has lost a little bit of time to the Ferrari driver. Help the Lexus try and catch up, and look how much time Dallas gained through this sequence of corners. He is now within 4/10 of the Bentley. You can see how slower Sealander was that lap. It wasn't a terrible lap from the Bentley driver, but the Porsche was just that much faster. You can see on the map there's some gaps starting to form. between that mid-pack, Nightcrawler in a bit of his own little world. About 2 seconds ahead of his teammate. Mr. Payne's about a second and a half behind. He's going to try and catch up again. Apply that pressure to rush. Deemer is actually caught up to Mr. Payne. What a game stopper. He is all the way back down at P10. We'll have to get the replay. 2 minutes here. Anything going on with the fight for the lead. So watch the replay. From there. I think. Oh, happy. Game stopper. Oh! Oh, he just drifted! The car just said, nope, we're not doing this, and it looped him around. Oh, yeah, the grass made him do another whole spin. It's very unfortunate for this driver. He was also able to take second and a half to the first driver of Mr. Pink. While Dallas is right behind Sealander. The pressure strong form. And he's going to keep his guard up. Wants Dallas to get through. That's a much better lap from Sealander. Back into 2 minutes. Ace is coming back to Sealander. Had a bit of a scruffy lap before, but now he's back to forward. Gone around. Major damage. I wouldn't be surprised if he just called it a day. If he's not careful, he will get laughed in this race at some point. It's very unfortunate for the Honda driver. And Mr. Titan is starting to catch up to Tamer. Game stopper, of course, with that spin, has lost a huge amount of time. So 2 spinners, Titan and Game Stopper, both at one point in the top 8. Of course, Titan lost a bit more than Game Stopper. He was before. Oh, Titan. Oh, gosh. What was that? Some texting and driving shenanigans there? That's what I do. I'll be on my phone, winning a race, and just get up in the grass. Do that again. Well, you spun once. Don't want to have to spin by spinning in a straight. That would be a shame. And as I thought, Ardell's retired in the pits. Fair enough. I probably would have done the same. Not think we're going to safety car. I wanted to jinx the field. Then again, if a safety car came out now, everyone would get a free pit stop. They would just have a bit more fuel than they intended to for their second and final stunt. The gap is actually quite big from first and second to third. You can just see Nightcrawler in the background. Meanwhile, Sealander can see Dallas right behind him in his rear view mirror. Gap is 4/10, but of course, Porsche is not going to make a move in a straight line without a mistake from Sealander and Bentley. Always gets a bit on that curbing. Instead of the car there, you can see just a little bit. But Sealander loves to fight another day. These are still lapping quite a ways faster than the rest of the field. The rest of the field, this is the top 5 are doing 2-minute 2s, 10-minute 1s. These guys are doing mid to low 2-minute deads, so obviously the pace difference is apparent. Break a little bit there. Maybe it's just a message, hey, let's not fight, let's just keep extending. We can fight in the next stint flat out, but for now let's just try and extend. Maybe that's what's going on there. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it and seeing that are threatened by the Porsche driver. Timer Beamer seems to have a slight pace advantage and is much more confident than predicts Beamer. Beamer's still not made up that time. Lost to Mr. Pink. Oh, there's contact, and that's Redeemer round. do believe he is waiting up. It is very sportsman of him to do so. Not many people will do that. Meanwhile, fight for the lead. Starting to ramp up. Oh, ooh, oh, nope, not the run he wanted. It almost looked like a run, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, and that's Sealander in. Sealander is in. Meanwhile, there's also another fight. Where is it? Oh my god, oh my god! What the heck? There's a safety car! There's a safety car! Wow, wow, wow! Oh no! Oh no! Dallas! Dallas is staying out! That is going to ruin his race! Oh no! Mr. Pink stayed out! You guys have to pit! You guys have to pit! Oh my god! No! Gosh. Well, Leonard gets a free pit stop. Nightcrawler, Rush, Titan, Tipper, Game Stopper. Oh, that's great for... That is great. Oh my god, Redeemer, slow it down. Oh, you hit the wall. Oh well. That is great for everyone who pitted. In particular, Tipper, Game Stopper, and Redeemer, and Titan. All the drivers who made mistakes so far this race from 7th down to 10th, they all get another chance at life in this race. Meanwhile, Sealander is already out of the pits. The safety car has gone quite a ways from the field. He could come to a complete stop if he wanted, but I guess he's just rolling a little bit. And there's the lead pack, I believe. Mr. Pink. Where's Dallas? Oh, Dallas actually got ahead of the safety car, so it's not going to be terrible, so he has to treat this lap like it's a fire. Second off of his PB, but crucially, Sealander will have full tires. He will have to deal with that. Check out. Ooh, keep the car on the track. Keep the car on the track, please. He's gonna come into the pits now, surely, as he doesn't have a choice but to come in. Come in, please. Thank you. Wow, that was a bit dangerous on that grass. I could have spun him out, but he's made it. I don't think he knows exactly where the pit limiter is, but he's in to the pits. Now let's see. Where is the rest of the field? Sealander 4th, Nightcrawler 5th, Titan 6th. Rush has lost some positions. He's lost 1 position to Titan. Tipper 8th. Oh wait, that's updating. Game Stopper 8th. So he has gained a position. Well, he kept the position. More Redeemer's 10th. And we have Gucci Lucci, our safety car in the McLaren 650 GT4. Is it 650? I don't think it's 650. 570? Maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Dallas still in the pits. And Sealander has just now caught up to the field. Ooh, this is interesting. If Dallas, yeah, Dallas is coming out now. So what is the steps he has to take? Oh, Mr. Pink is coming in and hammering it. What does Dallas do? Does he wait for the safety car? I think he's waiting for the safety car. That's pretty smart. So I'm assuming he'll just wait for the safety car and come out ahead of Sealander. If he's going to wait for the safety car, I guess he can just wait at the end of Beckett's onto the straight and just slot in. I'm assuming that's what he's doing. He's not even half throttling it, so just waiting for the safety car. Hopefully Gucci will pick up the pace a little bit. Dallas can slow down a bit more. He could just come to a stop. Wouldn't really be a problem. Yep, he's just slowing down. Yeah, I want to slow down a bit more. Because the safety car does have a group of cars behind it, and its job is to maintain a consistent pace. At this point, Dallas could just come to a stop. How fast is the safety car? 60, 70, 50, 80. Dallas should really just pull off. I guess the safety car will catch him eventually. Going quite a bit slower, so she should catch up. But yeah, this is an interesting scenario. Never really thought about this. Coming out ahead of the safety car after your rivals have all pitted. You can't just drive. Oh, there you go. Yay! And then Dallas just gets in first, takes his position in the lead, and that is solved itself nicely. So Dallas got a bit lucky there. If he came out behind the safety car when Sealander had made that pit stop, it would have ruined his race. He would have been at the back of the grid after he made his way through the field. So he was quite a ways away. Don't know if he'll be able to catch up. If we get one more lap under the safety car, which I believe we will, then he should be able to catch up. But oh, I see. Thank you, Skeppy. Alright. So, as things stand, as we go into the second and final stint of this race, we will be, when the safety car comes in, there will probably be around 30 minutes left, so half of the race. As it stands, Dallas is leading, Sealander in second. They have swapped places from the first stint, and Dallas now takes back the lead after getting on pole with Sealander starting second, Nightcrawler third, Mr. Titan fourth. Lee's lucked out of this quite well. After that spin, Rush is P5. He's got some positions to make up again, get past Mr. Titan back in his P4. Game Stopper's got quite lucky. He's in P6. Tipper's right behind him. In P7. After that crash of Redeemer. Oh, and he's crashed into the back of the Lexus. What are you doing? It's a safety car. Why are you that close to the guy in front of you? And don't overtake. I guess you could overtake Mr. King. You didn't go off the did kind of go off the track. It was interesting. Contact with another Lexus, and unless it's another safety car, GameStopper won't be able to get rid of that damage. Hopefully it wasn't too much damage. It definitely looked like it would have gave a couple of seconds. Mr. Pink, after starting P6, running P5, is now down to P8. Tamer in P9 after starting P10, yeah, P10. See our movers here. Who's made up of those positions? Titan, I think. Yep, Titan's made up 3 spots in P4. Nightcrawler has maintained his 3rd place, and Rush has lost his 4th. Wow, that was an interesting incident under safety car. We'll have to see if it gets investigated after the race. Both drivers will have some damage. Whether it's small or large, it will be damage. He might be coming in this lap, as Redeemer should be able to catch up. Go ahead and pull up the championship standings, so we can see how the race so far will have an effect on the championship. Stage, where's Dallas? Dallas at Snetterton got a P3. He was looking very fast. I remember he was very fast at Snetterton. Go figure, in Tier 1, a Porsche won the race. TTM John ahead of me after he dominated the first race, and then I lost the lead to him on the last lap at the first corner in the second race. Very sad times, but we move. Dallas is P15 in the standings. With this win, 50 points, it would put him up to P7 ahead of Scartrix. I believe he's still on the tier, but he will move up to P7. Meanwhile, as the safety car is coming in now, Sealander would 36 points. He would be P5 ahead of Titan, but Titan is still scoring points. We are now green with a crappy camera angle. Here's a much better one. As we see the cars flying through the field. They're going 3 wide. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's Ferrari wide into the gravel, and that's Game Stopper up a position. And here comes Tipper making a very advantageous move. Oh, they'll make contact. He's on the sausage curb. Oh, they made contact. Again, Tipper has made contact with someone on the track in this race. And Titan's race has gone from bad luck to good luck to bad luck once again. And he is now down to P10. Oh my gosh, give me a different camera angle, please. And here comes Sealander on Dallas, the move for the lead. There's a fight for P3 as well. Dallas is going to shove him up a tiny bit wide, but that's fair. That's totally fair. Meanwhile, Game Stopper goes a bit wide himself and cannot get past Nightcrawler. Got a few cars going a bit deep there. There goes Game Stopper down the inside of Nightcrawler. Very good move from the Lexus driver. He's right behind Nightcrawler. The fight for the lead is spicing up. Sealander trying to get the move. Undercut. It's not the right word. Under and over. It's looking like it might work. Back to Tipper. He's also got to run. The fight for the lead. Oh, they both go on the grass. Oh my gosh. Back to the fight for the lead. Where the heck is... Oh no. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's Nightcrawler going way off. Oh my gosh. Dallas got disconnected. Race leader. Man on pole position. The man who did hardly any practice, who snatched pole away by commanding 7/10 from the rest of the field, has got disconnected at the halfway point of this race. And now Sealander has a clean track ahead of him, no worries at all. They have been the clear dominant force of this race weekend, and now Sealander can just basically cruise to the finish. Meanwhile, Game Stopper can't cruise to the finish. He's gone completely off the track. That's all Tamer a chance to get a position here. Oh, they make a bit of contact. Tamer has to smash with the brakes, not lose the car even more. And Tipper has gone from P7 up to P2 in the space of 2 laps. There's Dallas in the pits. Off the tracks. Is he going to try and get going? He could. I mean, if he gets going now, he won't be technically a lap down, and there's a safety car. He can be back in this fight, so it's really up to him. That is very unfortunate for the Porsche driver. I don't think Dallas is going to go anywhere, so he is now officially a lap down and pretty much out of contention for the race win if he were to start running again. Yeah, very unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, that's a huge incident. Tamer is around Riff Rush. And Nightcrawler has lost the place. What the heck is going on? Oh yeah, we saw Nightcrawler. I'm sorry. I'm mind-boggling. Oh my gosh, can't speak. Nightcrawler had that incident. Oh, game started to get to the brakes there. But wow, this safety car restart has been crazy, and the safety cars come out. Speak of the devil, and there's Dallas. He might get his lap back. What the heck? Hopefully these guys know there is a safety car. That may have been why GameStop was broke, because they saw the safety car come out. Are treating this as a safety car, period. As you can see by chippers slowing down quite a bit. I gotta say they do a much better job with the safety car than Tier 1, because I know in Tier 1 we kind of get very confused and rowdy over a safety car. We're still trying to overtake before we get to the finish line, but these guys are keeping it calm. And it will be interesting, will anyone pit? Very fresh out of tires. They could if they wanted. Sealander's coming in. No, he's staying out. Oh, sneaky. Staying out. Here at the Ferraris. We're lifting and coasting. They're not doing anything. Come in. There's tires. Last 20 or so minutes here. No? Okay. Oh, Rush goes off the track. Nightcrawler. Oh my gosh. They made contact. Oh my gosh, Nightcrawler. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be bad to first for Nightcrawler. Contact when they spun around at top. We'll look at the replay now. See what happened with these drivers. Car. Technically it's not really there. Being a bit glitchy. Braking. Game stopper. You. Oh, Rush lost the car, and I'm assuming Game Stopper was just there. Nope. Oh, Tamer. Oh, big Sean. Oh, Titan almost got caught up in that. Goes through. There's Nightcrawler coming through as well. He has to get on the completely brakes to make sure he doesn't hit anyone. And then there's Dallas, and then there's the safety car. A crazy turn of events. Oh. We're going a bit wide, a bit more than wide. Rush follows as well. They just follow each other. Oh my gosh. Horrible. Yeah, that's what happened. Meanwhile, it's right, a bit of damage is in Tamer's track. Dallas here. Will they let him walk through? Yes, they do. Through. You just go to the right, Tipper. Please go to the right, Tipper. This is, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, Tipper! What are you doing? Whoa. Sorry, headphone users. Christ, what are you doing? Jeez. That, I would report that if I was Dallas. That's just ridiculous. Dallas, if you ever watch this stream back and you need a clip, you can just clip that. That's just terrible. I don't know what people was thinking. Wow, that was horrible. What's going on? Taking. Oh. Okay. What is going on? Just read there we go. Okay, let's see. This is where Dallas, yep, here's Dallas. I want to break. I don't understand the thought process. See Dallas in the mirror. Trying to turn into one. Gets on the brake and oh my gosh. I don't know. Maybe it was just. Maybe Tipper was just extremely confused. I don't know. Bit goofy. Then Titan stopped his engine. Maybe you just misclicked the ignition. Well then. Interesting 2 safety cars so far in this race. Something to note is the safety car will no longer be allowed to be brought out after the 10-minute mark. That is a rule we have in Breakout Racing League on the ACC side of things. After the 10-minute mark, no more safety cars for the rest of the race. So, this driver's about 8 minutes left to get a chance of another safety car. Oh, hey Arabian. We're having a very interesting race here in Tier 2. We're having lap cars getting hit by unlapped cars. We're having cars spin every other 10 laps. We're having 2 safety cars in this race, much better than Tier 1. We're having Dallas, who was leading most of the race, get disconnected at about the 30-minute mark. And then he comes back in, and then as soon as he leaves the pits, the safety car comes out right in front of him. So he's 3 laps down, trying to get back onto the lead lap. I don't think he will, though. But we'll have to wait and see. And so far, yeah, that's about it. 18 minutes left, so about another 9 laps or so. Probably a bit less, considering how long the safety car's been going on for. And Tipper's gone from P7 to P2 so far. Huh. Oh, and Dallas got pole with a 59.4 and 7/10 clear of the man in second, Sealander. So this really was Dallas's race to win. But Sealander kept him on his toes for the entire race, and then, like I said, Dallas got disconnected, unfortunately. So really, it's Sealander's race to lose now. Chipper's been a bit aggressive, to say the least, this race. From the times we have seen him, and he's been quite aggressive under the safety car. But yeah, he's got a shot at another win. Yeah, no problem. Caps are fun, especially under safety car. Gotta let that spin the race. Oh, and Lexuses have a shot at another one too. Again, just like Tier 1. Oh, and also Redeemer had some very bad luck. Both Lexuses had bad luck. They were 3rd and 4th on the grid, then they fell back to pretty much 8th and 9th, so basically back of the grid. And now they're back up to 3rd and 4th. So yeah, they're good. And the Ferraris went from 2nd and 3rd, 3rd and 4th to 7th and 10th. It's been an interesting race. Much better than Tier 1, that's for sure. Just about to see Rush there in the background. Wait up to the field. Going on with some of these drivers, I'll say some, none of them are weaving. As Gucci Lucci is now pulling away, so the safety car will be coming in this lap. No, if Rush will catch in time, or no, he might. It depends on. Time being, it will be free to go whenever he pleases. Once the safety car comes in, he might want to back up a bit. Oh, car is in, so it's up to Sealander. He's going now. Pretty much as soon as the safety car comes in. Got a good run on Tipper. Oh, his teammate's right behind him, but he's going to go wide. That might be a warning. Don't want you to drive through. Rush did not catch up with the field. He's about 7 seconds off, but that can easily be brought down in the next 3 laps. We've seen the past few safety cars that we've had incidences in the first 2 laps after a safety car restart. Titan is right behind GameStopper. Go ahead and watch this fight. There's also a fight with Tamer and I have to watch that as well. There's Tamer down the inside, getting the position. Sealander still defending. Tamer still defending. 10.5 from Nightcrawler. Oh, there's contact. I don't know. I'm not a steward anymore, but I think Nightcrawler kind of had that, and Tamer just turned in a bit, thinking that Nightcrawler wouldn't be there. But that's not for me to decide. Nightcrawler's up to P7 now. Only a few seconds off. Tamer trying to set up a move. We'll have it. On a fight for the lead, and yes, he has it. Let's go back to the fight for the lead. Anything going on here, boys? No, not yet. Titan's shot back a tiny bit from GameStopper, so don't think yet. Tipper is right behind Sealander. Yeah, Scuppy, this race has been pretty crazy. I wish we got this in Tier 1, but no one wanted to crash, so, you know. You win some, you lose some. Tipper has lost some grip as he goes off the track again. Be very careful there. He doesn't want to get a drive through. Ooh, as he goes. Lose when he goes on the grass. Oh my gosh, that's a cut. I doubt it would be a warning, but he's definitely being very aggressive with the track here, and it's working for him. About 13 minutes left in this race. They've got about 3 more minutes before the safety car can no longer be brought out. I think Tipper's going to get a run here. Just about does. He has to lift off a little bit. Will he send it? Will he fake it? Fake it. So down goes defensive. On top of the curb. You both touch the curb. It's going to save Sealander a bit longer. Tipper's fastest lap isn't even that good compared to the leader of 2:08 compared to Sealander's 59.4. Maybe Sealander's just trying to get to grips with these tires and this fuel load. For the first stint where they had much more fuel in the car. Much less fuel in the car, and now they have much more again. Wait and see, this is the main fight on track. Titan trying to hunt down the 2 Lexuses. We'll keep an eye on that. Well, Mr. Pink hasn't done much this race, but he's still in P6 where he started, and that's still solid points so far. Meanwhile, Tamer up to Dallas and Rush. Still a lot down, so be for position. Tires trying fast to move up speed onto the straight. Too much. Oh, he goes wide again. How has he not got a drive-through? Lucky. Oh, that is Rush. I believe he spun around just then on the map, and he is retired. Bench position for Dallas. He's P9. Just keep up with this top 4. Now, Titan has lost 2 positions. Check the replay to see what happened there. I am starting to get a sore throat. Hopefully I'm not sick. I have not been sick in a very long time. I don't think I've been sick since I got COVID last year. So I don't want to get sick now. Not ruin the streak, body. Meanwhile, someone who's trying to ruin the streak is Tipper. Sealander, one last time out at Zandvoort, who would like to win again. Tipper won at Nürburgring 2 races ago, and he would like another win. Another 10 minutes. Oh, no more safety cars. No more safety cars. We have crossed the 10-minute mark. So they would not have another chance to get a safety car. Dallas would not have another chance to get that lap back. Definitely would have liked to have got the chance, but it's not going to happen now. As you see Tipper braking very aggressively into the corner. At the wheel to make sure you don't lose the car. Until he has how much he wants to position. He wants to just driving the neck off of that Lamborghini. Behind. Pretty comparable lap times. Oh my god. Tipper, my man. You are playing a very dangerous game. Oh, you're playing a very dangerous game in these corners. Oh, and he's played it too dangerously. He's flown too close to the sun. And he's gone on track. He's going to have to give that spot back. Doesn't get a warning. He's getting the spot back. Yep. And we are now back to status quo. And, oh, that's 88 off. That's Titan. And who else? Someone else? Nope, just Titan. And he's had very bad luck. Since the safety car restart, remember what I said, we've had some chaos. Every safety car restart, a lap or two after, and it's happened again. He's lost even more spots. He's behind Dallas now, he's not even on the same lap. Ooh, but look at this. Look at his wheel, you can see his wheel from the helicopter cam, how much he was fidgeting around with it through that corner. Oh, you could see him counter steering right there to try and keep the car on the track. I was saying the laps were very comparable in the top 3, even the top 4 of GameStopper, and look how much Redeemer has gained. He is trying to get in this fight. Mr. Pink is up to P5. That's great for his championship aspirations. He's been pretty quiet this race, but he's been consistent. Hasn't been in too many incidents, so it's looking good for him. I need some water because my throat is dying. I swear to God, if I'm sick, I'm going to be very disappointed. Water. Got my water, guys. Ooh, Titan Tamer. Back into that, and that's Tamer around of Nightcrawler. Oh no. No. Anyways, back to the fight for the lead. Tipper still being very aggressive with his driving style, pushing flat out, non-stop, trying to kill the Lamborghini or kill Sealander or himself or all three. I don't know, but he really wants his win. He's got about 7 minutes left to do so. The gap keeps staying about 5.5, 5/10 to a second. They've gapped Redeemer again. So as long as they don't fight, they will gap him, but if they get too close, Redeemer and GameStopper will definitely take a 1-2 for Lexus. That's Titan going off the track once again. He's not having a fun time at all. Dallas right away ahead of Titan on the track. Running out of steam, at least on this lap. Oh my gosh, wow. Talk about late on the brakes. He doesn't have a drive-through. Pretty good in my book. He's out of slipstream range now from Sealander. That is not good. Find some time in these corners once again to back in the slipstream and get to start to find the pressure to Sealander again. I'm going to do so with that run. Redeemer was a little bit of time. Oh, just as I say that, he's spun around. No, I don't want to do that. Go back to the garage. Yes, Redeemer. No! There's Mr. Pink right behind him. Championship rivals in close proximity to each other once again. Very unfortunate for Redeemer. He's still top 4 though, so it happens, but it's a lost team here. Oh my god, he's so aggressive! Gosh, man! Jeez Louise! You're scaring all of us, man. There's only 5 minutes left. We've got 3 laps left. The one isn't that important. What is this, Redeemer? It is. What Redeemer did. I'm assuming he just got too late on the brakes and looped it. On the rears. Oh boy, yeah. Yep. Oh well. On the steam. Wow, 2 laps to go after this one is completed. And Tamer having some fun back here. Q7, Tamer goes completely off the track. Ken's gonna squeeze him off the track, saying no, don't come back on track. You went wide, I'm keeping the spot, go away. Tighten his back up to Q7. How's he trying? Yeah. It is. Trying to catch the lap, especially when you go back. Overall, it's been a pretty good race. Better than Tier 1, that's for sure. Sealander. We'll have 2 more laps. Well, 1 more lap after this. 27 laps. So a bit more than half of Tier 1. I believe it. 2 laps, 51. 2-hour race, so that's supposed to be absolutely easy. Oh my gosh, Tipper drifting in on the final lap. What a legend. Oh my gosh. Tipper is just pushing to push. Wouldn't it be crazy if Tipper got a drive-through in the final lap? That would be a shame. Good story, but a shame. But the game seems to be pretty lenient tonight. Cars just around the track. Look at that hammering. Cars coming through. Sealander doing some weaving. He knows he's got this win in the bag. He will definitely take that. Comes out of the final corner. You can weave. You can flash the lights, my friend. You have won the British Grand Prix at Silverstone in the Bentley. Winner, winner, chicken. Oh wait, my bad. I'm dumb. There's one more lap. I totally forgot there's one more lap. Oh, don't listen to me. Oh my god, Sealander. Oh my god. Oh, you went wide. That really scared me. Yeah, Tipper's just going to go, man. He doesn't care at all. Premature celebration from me there. I saw Sealander weaving. I'm like, oh, this is the last lap. Let's go, my friend. Celebrate. But no, he's got one more lap. Oh, that is Mr. Pink. Is he gonna make a move? Oh no. That's just Mr. Pink in Dallas. Mr. Payne comes away with P5, so he's gained 1 spot for qualifying. Pretty decent race. Oh my gosh. Don't do that again. Back to Sealander. Give him some time in the sun. Time in the spotlight. Whatever you want to say. Whatever metaphor. Whatever you want to say. Give him some time. Let him breathe. Let him see. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking about this. You're about to win the race, Sealander. Congrats. That's all you need to know. Got a 3-second gap to Tipper now. Doesn't have to do anything. He can cruise to the finish line, basically. And he is now going to come out of the final corner. Now you can weave. Now you can flash the lights, my friend. You have won the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Tipper, did you cross the line? Oh. Tipper. Tipper, cross the line! Tipper, no! Tipper, oh my god! Tipper didn't cross the line! Oh my gosh! It's a double podium! Holy shit! Oh my god! What the? Oh no, he did! What the heck? Oh, I thought he didn't cross the line. The live timing screwed me. That would have been hilarious. Oh my gosh, he crossed the line. Okay. I would have felt so bad. Oh my gosh, but there's your results. Oh man, oh, hey there, Tamer. Nice. Wait, I'm gonna save that replay. Although that is pretty funny. But yeah, there are your finishers. Sealander wins the British Grand Prix. Tipper in second. GameStopper third. Redeemer fourth. Mr. Pink and a solid P5. Championship leader getting some solid points. Nightcrawler 6th. He definitely wanted more from that good qualifying position. Tamer in 7th. He's made up 3 spots from qualifying. That's decent enough. Titan in 8th. He'll be very disappointed with his race. He should have been a lot higher without those mistakes. Dallas in P9. He'll feel heartbroken, I'm sure. Leading the race, being on pole by a mile, and then getting disconnected. But still get some points. Better than none. But yeah. I will now get our podium drivers into the party for some post-race interviews. Oh, wait a minute. I can't do it. I apologize. I can't include the audio because Twitch is dumb. So we will not have podium interviews for tonight. I apologize. I will try and get this fixed. Probably have to delete Twitch again, but yeah, this has been Tier 2 race for ACC on Breakout Racing League. We will have F2 on Formula 2021 on Wednesday. Then we have Realistic on Thursday. Then we have Tiers 3 and 4 Friday. And then Saturday is Tier 1 and 2. And then Sunday we'll be back for ACC Tier 1. And then, yeah, we'll do this again the week after that and the week after that. That's what we do here at Breakout Racing League. Races every week, multiple days, plenty of content for you all to enjoy. I wish you all a very good night. I will see you next time.